Dumb, cool,
and weird.
podcast. Well, another really toxic thing that really bothers me is people who have mental health problems, but they don't get them fixed.
Yeah.
It's not your fault that you have mental health problems, but it is your responsibility to get them under control.
Yes.
As an adult. One thing I really hate, this is something that happens to me often, is when somebody does something shitty to you, but then they go, oh, well, I'm bipolar. I'm sorry. It's my bipolar. Or they go, oh, well, I'm sorry I cheated on you, but I have borderline personality disorder.
No,
I'm sorry. My bad. It was this. That, they never take responsibility that they did that.
Yeah.
They always blame it on their mental health problem. But it's like, okay, well, I'm glad that you're able to admit that you have that, but you did something shitty to me. You need to admit that you did something shitty to me, and instead of blaming the problem, fix that problem so it never happens again.
The next toxic trait I think I would have to say that it's something that we can all sort of learn from is don't take sides in something immediately.
Yeah.
Because it's like that's kind of one of those things that that anyone could be guilty about. Really, it's like I realize it's like, man, you hear one story, didn't hear the other side of the story, and you didn't really feel like you got enough evidence, but you still made that decision to like believe someone over another person, and realize that you're supporting the wrong person.
Yeah.
And then you're like, man, this is a lot. It's like you feel like a shitty person from that situation. So like some things unfolded where I believed this one person, then found out that they were actually being the one like victimized, and their other partner had made up a series of stories to make it look like they were the victim. Because and you know what, it made more sense because it's like usually when you think about the situation, you're gonna think about who looks like the more aggressive one in this situation, right?
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, I mean, honestly, it's like with what happened with you, right? When you were a kid. A lot of times you're gonna take a side on that story right off the bat because you're not exactly sure what to do, but you don't want to be the guy who's like, damn, I was wrong because I picked the wrong side. But then at the same time, you're still wrong because you decided to pick a side in that battle without having more evidence on top of that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's always good to reserve judgment until you have all the evidence in front of you. But sometimes it's hard for people to remain unbiased because sometimes people are emotionally invested in something,
Yeah. It's also something primitive about us too.
Well, it's like with the situation with me with that girl. I mean, that's that girl. That girl's mom is, of course, going to feel some type of way about it because that's her kid,
Yeah.
And she doesn't know me,
Yeah.
But I remember when the whole thing was over, I remember the mom came to me and said she was sorry that happened to me, and she felt bad about it. I mean, it happened years later when she said it to me, of course, because I saw her because I worked at IHOP as a server. She came up to me and she said, "Hey, look, I'm sorry what my daughter did to you. That was really bad." And I was like, "Bad?"
That is an understatement.
That is the most cringy crap that anybody could ever do to anybody. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
She goes, "Yes, you're absolutely right." And I was like, "Good. I'm glad you understand." I was like, if it's all the same to you, I know your kid's sitting over there. I don't want to be anywhere near her, so I'm going to the other side of the room. Thank you.
Yeah.
And I walked away from it.
Yeah.
So
I have a friend currently right now who's in a situation that I've honestly advised him, is like, you might need to either just like quit your job because the person is stalking him.
Yeah, it's hard. If you want to check out more of our stuff, go to www.dumbcoolweird.com. You'll find our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Patreon link if you want to support us. Also, be sure to check out our merch store. And if you're interested in being on our podcast, you can find a link on our website so you can reach out to us and tell us if you want to talk to us about something that's really weird, dumb, or cool. We'd be glad to hear from you. Hope you will stay tuned for the next weird ass episodes we got. Thank you.